Hi guys, I thought I'd do a quick video, a book review, and the book is The Girl on the Spider's Web by David Lagercrantz. Um, if you're familiar with this, it's the fourth book in the Millennium series. The first one being The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, that was originally written by Stieg Larsson. The reason I love this particular series is it was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo was the first book that got me into reading. Whereas previously, over God knows how many years, I'd never read for pleasure. I maybe read 2 books, maybe. But other than that, it was just books you're forced to read in school. But The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo was the first book that I gave it a go, got into it, loved it, and then I'm reading relatively regular these days. And so I finished this book the other day. I was a bit worried at first because I read the original trilogy over a year ago. It would be towards Christmas 2015. I was reading the original trilogy, and in fact I bought this book at the same time, but because it was written by a different author after Stieg Larsson sadly passed away, I was a bit concerned that I wouldn't like it and it would affect my view on the series, if that makes sense. So in fact, this just sat on the shelf for over a year, and with the plan of eventually reading it. As it turned out, I found out then that this is being turned into a film, which is due out later this year. So I thought, well, I'm gonna have to get reading the book now, before the film comes out, and I loved it. That's all I can say, really. I don't know if it was the gap in between helped, but I'm reading it and the writing style. I didn't notice the difference. Now that might be because I've left it quite a bit of a gap in between. Certainly, this book I thought was a little tamer than the original trilogy. If you're familiar with the trilogy, it gets quite brutal. And there's some scenes that are quite I don't know how the best way to describe it, kind of sexual violence with it, and so this I found the story is not as violent as the original trilogy, but still had me captivated. Of course, it's got Elizabeth Salander is back, and as well as Mikael Blomkvist. And essentially, the best way to describe it is it's kind of got a Logan vibe. And following that, Soldado 2, which is the film that's due out in a couple of months' time, where you've got a situation where you've got the hero or the heroine in this instance, and a child that they're trying to save. So it kind of has that feel to it, although it's obviously going down with all sorts of little side streets and little side stories that are going along with the Millennium magazine, and you get reunited with some of the original characters. There's a couple of new ones as well. It's really hard to say, but I said I love the original series. It's the reason I read now for pleasure, and so of course, well done, David Lagercrantz, and thank you for taking up the mantle. And the best bit is, as I'm doing this review, it's the 3rd of April as I'm recording it, and as it turned out today, I got book number 5, which I had on pre-orders, arrived a couple of days early. So I will be looking to probably start this tomorrow after I finish reading the book I'm currently reading. And I can't wait to see what happens next. If you like this review, please like, subscribe, but also please comment. I do read the comments. Thank you, and goodbye.